up, everybody? Here for another live piano lesson. Ooh. That's kind of cool. I'll be able to everybody. Here for another live piano lesson. Ooh. That's kind of cool. I'll be able to everybody. Here for another live piano lesson. Okay, now I can actually test my. Oh, I don't know the AirPods. Shit. They're in the car. I don't need them. Okay, now I can actually test my. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of batteries. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So hold on, just a second here. I'm gonna find a plug. Okay. There we go. Now we're just waiting for Ian. So this is a lesson. I'm not sure what this lesson is going to be about. But I'll watch your comments. So anybody who wants to comment, feel free. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Check out this t-shirt, man.
I have to enlarge my screen. Ooh, that's cool.
Whoever made this t-shirt knew their shit, huh? It's like,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it was funny. Somebody who was hitting me up about t-shirts like that. Like somebody who made that t-shirt?
some Etsy. I don't know who it was, but it was someone on Etsy. I actually saw someone on Open Studio had like this list of like super cool jazz drummers, and I was like, "Wow, I like your t-shirt." And then someone said, "Oh, you should check the supplier." And yeah, they had the jazz piano one, so I had to
Nice.
get it.
Cool. I
Yeah.
love it. Love it. So we're live on YouTube
Huh?
now. We're live on
Oh, we
YouTube now.
are. Oh,
Yep.
now you tell me. Okay.
Hope you did your
Okay.
makeup.
All right. Well, I wore the t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. I was just writing out voicings for compings on all the things you are. So
Mm.
I got, well, what I've been practicing, mainly working on that left-hand tune, Prince Albert,
Hmm.
and then getting down the comping. So I'll show you that. and then we can go on to all the things you asked, stuff that we started touching on.
Sounds great. Okay, yeah. So fill me in on that. Do you want to play the Prince Albert?
Let me just Let me just turn my phone off and put it on airplane mode. Right. Okay. Let me fire up my backing track. So. Here we go. I haven't played today, so let's see. It might be rusty.
Okay, good. So there are a couple parts in there that you lost the swing a little bit, and we may want
Right.
to dig. I think, and those are just really the parts where it's a little more technical.
Yeah.
But I think, do you have the head written out in front of you, or are you just doing it by ear?
I had to write it out because some of the compings they were quite complex, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to write it out.
Yeah. Cool.
I tried doing it just like kind of marking like X's against like the lead sheet, but it was some of it was just too complex, so I ended up like writing it like doubles stave.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean I've memorized it now, so I can do that without. I was looking at it on the
I
score
would
there when I
just circle the
do it
parts that
without.
are problem areas in terms of swing. I want you to iron those out. And then just go over those like a million times.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that hard. You know, like I haven't played this in my left hand, so I won't be able to. But like when you get to the triplets, make sure it's like super smooth. And
that phrase is one of the toughest bits in the tune.
Yeah. Well, how does it go after that? Oh yeah. Is it Ghost? Is it like, or is it?
I think it's more. When I hear it, that he's almost like a Chakaturas, and that's how I'm thinking of them.
Okay.
Because it's really hard because they get pretty fast. So, I find thinking about them as a Chakaturas is easier to articulate than. But yeah, I mean, we could check back and see.
But the Chakaturas is triplets?
No, it's like when you do, like a. I mean, like that's Chakatura when you when you hit two,
I got you.
Two notes, and you know what I mean.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just let's just highlight those items. Go through it one more time. Forget about the right hand, and just play the left hand, and let's see where it sort of bottlenecks in terms of swing.
Do you want to hear it with the backing track or just on its own?
With the backing track. Okay, stop for a second. The
So that one is, for me, that's a problem because the phrase is, it's like a pickup to, and then what I want, I find that really hard because it's like fourth and fifth finger doing this, like starting the phrase with the.
yeah.
I find that really hard to do. And the way I'm trying to articulate it, and I haven't really got it down, is like think about it like I said, like that.
Yeah, if you were to do it with your right hand, what would it be? Like that, right? Yeah,
It's like a trill, but that's like a good trilling finger.
yeah.
Left hand, fourth and fifth is.
Why do you have to do it with your fourth and fifth? Can you do it with your second?
Well, you're going because the phrase is going up here, so I mean, I guess
Cross your thumb. Like,
I suppose you
like
could do
that.
that. Yeah, that finger could solve it. Yeah, maybe that's a good solution.
Or like 3 and 1, your third in your thumb.
Yeah. Okay. Good suggestion.
Yeah, so dig into that. In fact, why don't you just put a metronome on, and then we'll keep going through it, so you don't have to keep starting it back at the right changes.
Okay.
Okay, play that. Play that whole phrase again. Okay, so there's another thing to hone in on. Circle the straight notes there, where you going between the straight and the. I assume you were trying to make it.
That bit.
Yeah, yeah. You're doing that straight purposely, right?
I'm trying to match his phrasing because he
The
kind of has this
articulation.
staccato thing going on. Yeah,
Does he swing it or does he play it straight?
that's a great question.
Okay, we
I
can
don't. Yeah.
listen. But
Yeah.
also, I'm worried if I play it from Spotify that it'll like stop
Yeah. Yeah.
the stream from
Uh-huh.
um
I can
oh,
just look back on it. It's
yeah, if it so assuming that it's straight, I think it's straight, but assuming that it is straight,
mm,
um do the thing to work on is going between straight and swing. That's actually a hard thing to do, like going between triplets and straight eighth notes without rushing it,
mm,
because that's like and keeping that pulse without because you'll tend to rush it in
yeah.
either transition from swing to straight and straight to swing.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
so just like put on the metronome and try that from straight to swing just like over and over again a couple times.
Maybe that's just this way.
Yeah, and smooth out that first part. Just do the first part. Nice, much better.
Shall I go on?
One other thing to make sure about is that first the keep a metronome going, like, and just keep repeating that. It's really hard to do. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it improves pretty quickly when you do it, but that's the essence. Just like repeat over and over and over again each of these.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so circle that and move on. Is your original sound on, by the way?
Oh no, it isn't. Let me hit it.
Okay, so let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, metronome.
Okay, cool. Start from the bridge again. It actually the internet sped up to like 2x a lot of what you were doing there because of a like delay. So like that was I think I know what we want to dig into in the bridge. So play the bridge again. So for that section, the you tend to rush the so but da 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 that's good but da ba ba. If you're gonna land on the one, make sure it's not a little bit before the one.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it should be a little after the one. Ba like ba 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 da ba ba. Yeah, yeah that was a little better. And like repeat that phrase where, or whichever one I don't what the actual right notes are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually just repeat that with the metronome for a minute. And now make your swing a little bit heavier, like
This is supposed to be straight. This bit.
oh it's supposed to be straight in that section. Okay, then don't make your swing heavier.
Right.
Cool. Okay, then that's fine. Okay, so keep going on.
Yep.
Okay, pause. That that's got to be super even. Yeah, it's this that's hard there. Yeah. Oh, that one too. Yeah. Why don't what's your fingering there? That one looks good. Let's see something about the second one. Why don't you use your
So thumb and then thumb on the.
no so 4-3-1-3-2.
Okay.
That's a much more natural fingering.
You think that's better? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so then dig into that a little bit on your own and just repeat it. Make sure those triplets are perfect. Okay, now keep going.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Okay, one other thing. Uh, but play that section, that whole section again. I won't gonna stop you at the first phrase. So the like that. That's what it is. Okay, so make sure that that last note is like an emphasized note. That's really a full note there.
right.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that that's not like kind of passed over.
Uh-huh.
Ba, da, like think of Big Band. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, boo. And then the next phrase is like blocked next to it, but don't cut that note short for the sake of the next phrase.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to. Uh, I see. I see why that's hard. I would I would use your middle finger and then your thumb on there, so you can keep it more legato. Yeah.
What was it in? Oh,
Oh
so
yeah.
between the phrases, so
Oh, yeah.
there's not such a big leap.
Yeah. Definitely you don't want to cross. The way that
I
you've
see what you
been.
mean.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Now do that whole last part again. Okay. Cool. I think we ironed out the tough parts, or at least we highlighted them. So maybe for
Right.
next time, just try to dig in on those specifically.
Cool. Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you have any questions about those?
No, those are good tips. That's great. What about the comping side of it? Anything to say
Comping
about
is
that?
weird, but it's always going to be weird up high like that. Like this is just an exercise. I wouldn't focus on comping as any sort of like reasonable like mode for improvement in this
Mm.
particular exercise. It's really just the left hand that's going to get something out of it.
Okay.
The comping is more to make sure that your brain is split enough to like have something going on in the right hand and then also the left hand playing the
Okay.
melody, I think.
Fine.
Want to go through all the things you are stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so have you tell me about the exercises that you were doing.
So I have practiced this much less, but what I've what we talked about doing was, well, being able to play the tune in the right, comping in the left, two hand comping, then 3 and 7 exercise, and then also octave exercise. So,
Well, why don't we start by just playing, like, play the head and solo over it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
Sounds
just
good.
let's see where we're at there.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's do it. I'm gonna. I'm gonna miss the first note because of this thing. Oh, I don't know what I'll do. I'll get it to go from the end.
Okay. The only thing about the melody is the that high note. Make sure that's accurate.
Uh huh.
The how's
I
it?
think I just fluffed it, didn't I? Somehow.
Yeah. Um, I think you played that or something.
Yeah.
But that's easy. But the okay for the soloing here. I'm gonna try something. The like you're missing direction in the solo and you're missing specificity. And all those exercises will help with that. But I'm trying to the so in any of these things there are two dimensions that you're soloing, and there's one which is in relation to the root, which is like if you're thinking an A flat major, it could be there. If you're thinking an F minor, it could be there.
So that's one topic I want to dig in because I actually don't really know where I should be like, then should I be thinking like in A flat and that's my or so that's definitely one thing I want to dig into.
It's A flat major. It just doesn't
Yeah.
hit the end until the end. It doesn't hit the root
Mm.
until the end. But the so like if I'm thinking in A flat major and soloing over the changes, that's how you make the real melodies are in relation to A flat. major, and then the changes, like the color is in relation to the changes. So like that's a melody, right? I'm purposely negating the changes here, but I'm still like playing notes that work with instrument. And the thing is, all the things you are does go really far away, so you kind of lose that essence at a point, and it because it does it like if this is
But I'm definitely not really thinking in A flat when I was doing that, and that's like an adjustment I need to make. I think that could have a big difference.
it yeah, yes, except for you do get pulled away far enough from it that it sort of
Hmm.
negates it at a point.
Yeah.
Like which is abnormal. Usually you have a reference point. Like it goes
Mm.
so far away that um like I mean it and then it transposes that whole first thing. It transposes it down a fourth, you
Mm.
know. Um so then you're really like an E flat for the next
Right.
part. But if you
Right.
can, and this is where you can really make a brilliant solo is if you can keep that in mind that like the first A is essentially the A in A flat major, and the second A is essentially the A in E flat major, and then you make similes between the two.
Mm.
You know, like right now I'm thinking in A flat. Now I'm out of A flat, but now I'm thinking in E flat. Like, all of that was a melody in E flat, and now the four of E flat to its new home in G, and then the bridge, which is different. Um, and then taking you back to A flat. Um, so there are like, I mean, when I did a real analysis on this song, and we could do this if we want to. I like I took the sheet of the
Mm.
sheet music with the melody, and then did two different types of analysis. One is a chordal analysis, like thinking of what the patterns are,
Mm-hmm.
which is like there's a single pattern that's repeated in the first A, and then that's repeated down a fourth in the second A,
Mm-hmm.
and then the bridge has a similar pattern to things in the A sections, but it's a different variation on that. And then the third A repeats the first one, but has an extension on it.
Yeah.
And understanding all that on a deep level will help you make a solo that's actually really well composed.
Right.
But I don't know if we want to. All of that stuff can also be done intuitively if you're
Yeah.
able to. And nobody really breaks it down like that. Like very
I
few
mean,
jazz.
I've seen there are definitely like other YouTube videos and things where they've done that, and I had a quick glance at it, and it was quite useful.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's something I should dig into. I don't think maybe I should. Let me think about how to deal with that. But I feel like just going through it on this is not a great use of time.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I think what we should do to dig into this here is just limit your like give you some limitations. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in F minor, and do a solo be trying to be melodic within these between F and C. So I played a note outside the boundary there, but you know what I mean. You can make a lot of beautiful melodies within just the context of that fifth. So try playing once through a chorus with just using those 5 notes, or not 5, but the 7 within the fifth. Like any of those chromatically you can use.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. That was a good goal note. No, keep going, keep going. I'll comment a little bit, but that was that was a better use of melody than you played in your entire solo that you played before. Like you that was like a singing melody. So I just want to point that out. So keep going on that vein.
Okay.
Oh, pause for a second. Make sure you got the right chords there. Oh, was that the second A that you were starting at?
No, it went flip back to the beginning.
Oh, that's why my ear was on the second A. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
So, beginning. Nice. That was beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pause you for a second though. So don't feel like you need to keep after you do a something like that. You don't need to keep saying something after that. When you have something that's like such a solid motivic pattern, you can like leave the space. And then, let it breathe for a second. And like conclude it, that I'm so I'm doing what you were just doing because you did a good chunk of like micromotivic development, but then expand upon it and take that you just did and don't let it go on and then go to a new idea. Like stick with that idea, focus on that, and conclude it somehow. Does that make sense? So do it again. It's all good. Okay. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna pause you now. Let's extend it. Let's extend it. So now do the full octave. Yeah. But like, keep that thread of melody of motif like soaring throughout and just between the F and the F.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to pause and just examine what happened.
Huh?
So like there was a clear sort of cascading thing, micro things that happened psychologically in that like you kind of messed up. There was a fingering that didn't make sense because you landed on on your thumb on a black note, and then your and then you like immediately defaulted to a lick that didn't really have much context.
Uh-huh.
Which is is so interesting how that happens. Um, so like that first of all can be avoided by you're walking that tightrope of focus, right? When something technical throws your focus off, then you fall back on non-melodic ideas like muscle memory.
Yeah.
But the antidote to that is to pause. Like, so if that happens, just like you,
Yeah.
as so many people fill in like it's sort of the default psychologically to fill in the space if we don't know what to do, fill in with something.
Yeah.
But actually, the much better thing is to fill it in with nothing.
Uh-huh.
And then also, that is something to work on is like just your fingering in those situations. I know that is. Do we ever do arpeggios? Like stuff like that?
We never talked about that, no.
We may want. It may.
And the only ones I've got are, I did this for like in classical piano for decades ago.
Yeah. It might be advantageous to do that. Maybe not worth it, but I do want to find a way to have that, to not have you like get stuck there, because that.
I know that we talked about exercises for that, and I never got around to digging into that. So it's like on the to-do list.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, but so keep going. I sort of interrupted you there, but you had a good thing going. But actually, wait, before you go, I just want to point out that it's interesting that, like, when we limit ourselves to 1 to 5, there's very little room for those technical things to get in the way and throw us off. And your melodies were great throughout that exercise. And then it's when we expanded upon it, there's more choices and there's more ways to trip up. And then when it gets tripped up, then you can default into the old trope that isn't musical or interesting. So that's the goal, is to take that mentality that you have in these 5 notes and expand that gradually out and like catch those little things as they happen, so that then you can eventually expand to the whole keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all.
Okay.
I pause for a sec. Two things happened there. One was when you get to the D flat, make sure it's Lydian. Like that's only use the
Right.
G flat if you're like really trying to take it
Right.
out for a second,
Right.
you know, like because like it's still that it's not. What I mean, but if you're soloing, you could go like you know, you could make that a sus if you wanted to take it somewhere. You know, like, but unless you're actually taking it harmonically in a different direction, that's almost like playing outside the changes. It's such a variation of it. So make sure if you like, make sure that G is there. And then the other thing was you went below your melody went
Oh,
to the E.
right.
So if you do that, and this is what will be actually really positive. If it feels like you're going to go down to the E, go up to the E.
Yeah.
And you'll find an interesting melody that'll like throw you off and give you something else to think about.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so try play again.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Nice. Great conclusion. On the changes. I think you skipped a bar.
Yeah, I got slightly
That was
lost.
good though, man. Did you notice? Like, you should listen to the recording of this. Your melodies were really good there.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what I want you to dig in. That's like the purpose of these octave exercises and everything that we're doing in terms of limitations is like get you to think melodically and get you to focus and have a thread that goes through the whole thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions or any specific things in mind?
How was my swing feel?
Pretty good. Good enough for me to not notice.
Right.
Um,
I feel like it's the slower tempos. But I feel like it's the faster ones I get outside
Tripped
of
up
the
on?
comfort zone.
yeah, try it. Let's speed it up.
Let me see if I got it. I think I've Okay. Oh. I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll mute that guy and go here. Is that gonna work?
Oh, okay. Wait, pause. You got lost again.
Yeah.
The same thing happened.
Uh-huh.
Refresh yourself over the. It's just like 4 minor 4 3 flat 3 diminished 2 5 1.
Uh-huh.
It's like that whole progression there. But when you think about it that way in relation to the 1 to the A, then it'll stick much better. Just play it. Don't even worry about metronome. Like play over that last just that whole tag. Play that just once through. Just the tag. Just start on the D flat.
The D flat.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's good. Now this is actually going to be fun exercise. So yeah, I mean, there are a few different ways to do it, but that way works. I think that's not worth moving around. So do this. Play the whole thing without a metronome now, and see if you can keep the time and the changes super clear. So it should like. Sorry. I mean, you don't have to do that, but like, whatever you do, make sure the time is really, really clear, not speeding up, not slowing down, and the changes are really clear, but with no support. See if you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Now do that again and think melodically now. So that was good. You were able to keep through and keep it pretty clear. Now think like like make sure your melodies have goal notes and have consistent motivic development in them, at the same time um as keeping the changes really clear and swinging.
Mm-hmm. Ah, I messed up. Let's try again.
Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, little bits of those. Your default to press stop. That's funny. That little bits of all of those elements of atrophy when you like stack other requirements on top of them. It's
Mm.
interesting. And so one of the antidotes to that is the pausing that we had talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can still pause even in an exercise like that where you're holding it down. It's just the left hand has to keep going. So it's like maybe you don't hear anything here. Maybe it's lost a little bit now. So it's okay even as long as the metronome in your head is still going and the left hand is holding it down to some degree. And then as you flesh out solo piano stuff, you'll be able to like do melodies. But if you're like, and then the pausing really makes sense because there's like some counterpoint to it. You know. Um. Yeah. So I think those exercises. I think it's good. It's good for me to like give you a little bit of insight as you're going through these exercises on what to point towards, because you have to make sure that when you're doing the exercises that there's meaning behind it and you're going towards a certain goal. And it's so like now that you have this under your belt, like with those first five notes, take that and expand upon it. Um, with the exercise we laid out last week, and I think that'll be a good task for this week. In addition to getting ironing out those little parts of the left hand. When's your next thing with Keezer?
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what he asks of us next.
What is the? Are you like on stage performing this for him and for all the class, or
No, like there's 10 students who are like in the spotlight or in the group, and you know anyone can watch, but with 10 students So I mean, he said basically everyone will have to play the tune in the left hand to him on
Okay.
Friday.
Nice.
And then I presumably he's going to expand on there, and I don't know, ask us to. It'd be interesting to see what he asks. At some point, I guess he's going to ask us to start improvising and tunes in the left.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Um, cool. Any questions or anything?
I don't think so.
All right.
Except, why is your piano green? Is it because
It's not green. I don't know
the
what you're
filter?
talking about. That's weird. Does it appear green to you?
It's definitely green.
Um, Yamaha gave this to me after we did a green screen shoot for me being a hologram for them at these tech conferences.
Right.
They like, so they brought this in and painted all the keys green, and then had a whole green screen background. So then when they put it as they used it for their Disclavier series. Like they made a hologram of me playing the Disclavier that like was projected
Right.
into on a physical screen, like so it looked like I was there playing the Disclavier.
Can you try putting a background in OBS and see if, like,
Oh, see if it cuts it
can you
out.
turn your piano into a beach or something, or a mountain?
Let's try. Wait, let's see. Video settings. Here, choose virtual background. Oh yeah, if I say I have a green screen.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait a minute, but no. Oh, so I'm on my. That's on my phone that I have to do it. My phone is up here.
Isn't it just through OBS?
No, I'm not on OBS. I
Oh,
didn't
I
set any
see.
of that up.
I see.
So if I do this. So now, okay, let me see. Wait 1 second. Backgrounds and effects. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, you're getting closer.
Yeah, but I have to. Well, I have to make it show that I have a green screen. But
Hmm.
so it's on the. Oh, does it not let you do that on the phone? That's weird.
Yeah, I would have to think about what it would be. What's the weirdest thing that you could turn your piano into with the green
Well,
screen effect?
yeah.
Moving water.
There's got to be a way to activate that. Maybe wait. There are people watching online. Maybe the people
Yeah.
online know. Oh, there are only 2 people now because we started fucking around. Um, the I see video filters. I see backgrounds, but maybe if
I would just do it in OBS next
yeah,
time.
I could totally
Set
do it
up
in
through that.
OBS. That'd be easy.
Yeah.
Turn it into something. But it's just like all that takes time to do.
Mm.
Time is the one scarce asset.
Huh.
Wait, maybe if I go to meeting settings. No. Hmm. Yeah, I guess there's no green screen option on the phone's background thing. I mean, if I can like have my hand there, but it's just not going to show the rest of the.
Oh, that's quite weird. That's super weird. You're like just playing the San Francisco Bridge now. See, it's almost doing it.
Huh?
It's almost doing it. That's a weird effect, man. I like it. You got to dig into this. I think there's something in this.
There's something here for us. Cool. All right. Well,
Great, thank you.
good stuff. Hit me if you have questions.
Uh-huh.
Do those exercises. I'll be interested to see how the Keezer thing goes.
Right. Cool, thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
See you
Talk to you
next
later.
time. Bye.
Bye. Anybody have any last questions before I jump off of here? I guess it may take a minute for this to actually go live with that question, but I'm going to leave shortly. But let me know if you do. In the meantime, I'm opening up this Barry Harris movements thing. Interesting. Actually. Who's confused us? I'm sorry, confused as you. Family's good. Yeah. I just came across a teeth whitening thing that this is saying. One small tweak to your bedtime routine can actually start improving teeth and gum health in the first few days, and it's made on a little cheesy video. Watch the free presentation. It's hilarious. Anyway. Alright, well, no other questions. I guess I'm gonna go.